Pull off a victory that day that ranks up there with the greatest upsets of all time.
Very strong stuff there. After the Redskins beat the Bears in 1942, joined the Navy and went on to fight in World War II. Several players on that team also did the same thing. Can you even fathom that right now?
No, that's amazing. That whole segment is just amazing to watch, really.
He went to fight, he came back, and then he went to coach for the New York Yankees of the All-American Football Conference. So that man's had quite a life.
Also the Chicago Hornets.
Yes.
Much forgotten, but still loved.
Still loved. The old school teams of the All-American Football Conference. Right now, it's the series spotlight. We're taking a look at the Redskins and the Buccaneers. Tampa Bay leads the all-time series against the Redskins by 1 game, 9-8. Over those 17 games, one thing has been a constant: defense. These two teams have punished each other at every opportunity, no matter the conditions or who's standing in the way. Since their inaugural game in 1977, the Redskins and the Bucs have fought tough defensive battles, close games, and had finishes. In a series where the game is often decided by one score, both teams understand that defense many times determines the outcome. This was most apparent in 2005. It was a perfect Florida evening when the two teams met in the first round of the NFC playoffs. In this game, the Redskins offense got on the board quickly, with Clinton Portis putting it in from 6 to give the Skins a 7-0 lead. Now it was the defense's turn to show they came to play. The burgundy and gold D was ruthless. They punished Tampa Bay's quarterback Chris Sims, twice picking him off. Sean Taylor's touchdown in the first quarter gave the Redskins a 14-0 lead. But it was Marcus Washington's interception that sealed the deal on the 17-10 victory, sending them into the next round of the playoffs. Welcome back, folks. It's Dan Helly along with Larry Weissman and, of course, Jim Zorn, the head coach of the Redskins. It is time for your email questions this week. In case you haven't seen it before, you can email the coach at coachzorn@nbcuni.com. That's Coach Zorn at nbcuni.com. Larry, take it away.
That's exactly what Gary in Lake Ridge, Virginia did. He wants to help you. Gary. He wants to help you with short yardage plays. And here's his idea. Why don't you put Chris Samuels next to Albert Hainsworth, next to Mike Williams? Have two more big guys seal the backside from a behind attack, which is always dangerous, and give someone the ball that will not jump but rather push the pile until everyone is over the goal line or first down marker. I don't see anyone stopping it. I don't know if I see you doing it.
I've got to have confidence in the guys that are in there, and I do with the guys that I have in there. So I don't necessarily feel like I need to put in an Albert Hainsworth to push the pile and take away from the time that he needs to get ready for his side of the ball.
And I realize he's had the glute injury this week, but he also played running back in high school. You're not ever tempted there.
He's got some wheels too. Great idea.
I want to talk for a minute about what we have coming up tomorrow on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. A team that 86 yards of total offense. You don't find that very often in the NFL. They will be starting a quarterback who is in just his second year in the league. He's thrown 4 career passes, getting his first career start against you guys. A similar situation to the Lions, or is this team not as good as the Lions?
Well, looking at them, it's unfortunate that they haven't been producing on offense, and I kind of know how that feels. It's not as, but you know, they'll have pride. That, you know, these teams, these NFL teams, the coaches, I think, do a tremendous job of getting their guys ready. Now, they've made a change. It could spark, or it could just be something that doesn't matter, and they're going to try to make it into something that does, and it's our job to stop them. So it's hard. It's hard to find that chemistry. They're looking for it.
Do you think run first with them, with Cadillac Williams and Derek Ward?
Well, they got to run the ball. I mean, they got to help the young man out, so they got to try to run the ball, and that kind of fits into, I think, what our defense does well in stopping the run. That's what we have to do first. Force it into that young man's hands and then see what he can do with it.
Little room for improvement this week, taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the cozy confines of FedEx Field. That'll do it for the Jim Zorn Show. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.